So you've just bought the Osmo Action 5 and you want to take it on all your next trips, whether it be in the mountains, at the beach, in the woods like I am today. But you want to be able to set it and forget it. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a little guide of how to do that to get the best travel experience from this camera. First of all, let's look at settings. So down here in video mode, click on that 4K 30. If you're traveling, I do recommend 4K 60 because that gives you that crisp look and allows you to slow things down later if you want to, so you can end up with some really nice slow motion footage. Stabilization is up here, same with your lenses or your views. So over here you have wide, standard and ultra wide, and on this side you have off, Rocksteady, Rocksteady Plus, which I highly recommend, I think that's fantastic, and horizon balancing. See, now that puts you in the standard dewalk mode, but that's ideal if you're vlogging or doing stuff like that, or if you're in a restaurant, because you get that really nice crisp image. And when you've got that Rocksteady on, it gives you that floating look. Like if you're walking through a city, or if you're hiking up a mountain and you're having to take heavier footsteps because you're going downhill, it takes all that out, takes all that bounce out, which I think is fantastic. Now, if you click the adjustment settings here, you have exposure, keep it on auto. White balance, keep it on auto. They are actually pretty good at doing what they do. If you go into color, you have normal 8-bit color, normal 10-bit color. You have HLG 10-bit, which is for HDR, and you have D-Log M. If you're using this just traveling, stick to the normal 10-bit, because that will stop your skies from washing out. It will make seascapes clearer, and it will help with things like sunsets, so your lenses are just completely blown out by the sun. You'll be able to save it if it looks little bit bright, or you can pull up the shadows if it looks a little bit too dark. Now, let's look at photos. So down here, again, you have your settings. So your large 4x3 is 40 megapixels. Down here you have timers and stuff, which is great. You can play with those to your heart's content. And then if you go to 16:9, it's 36 megapixels, which again, absolutely fantastic. The quality of these pictures is essentially 8K. So you can crop in, you can zoom in, and you can get all that finer detail. I like to keep my photo settings on 4x3, because then what I can do is I can change it depending on where I'm posting, whether it be social media or YouTube, I'm adding it to a video, something like that. I can either crop it landscape or I can crop it vertical. Makes such a difference. Storage. So these do take micro SD cards, which are, as always, fantastic. But as you can see, internally, they have 47.8 gigabytes. So even if you forget your SD card, you've still got room to save stuff, which is, again, that's a win. Keep it simple, and it will do everything for you. And all you got to do is take a picture or press record. And just one other little tip, just set this up so you don't ever have to do it again. Go into your settings on the side, go into your image adjustment, put them both to -2. What that does is it softens the image that you can sharpen later. A lot of these digital cameras make everything look too sharp straight out the camera. So with noise reduction down and texture down, you actually get a more professional looking shot. So if you set that and forget it, you have never got to worry about it again. So you've mastered the basic settings of your Osmo Action 5. But now you want this image to look more like this. Or you want your vlogs to go from this to this. How much better does that look? So this is where you have to start taking control of your manual settings. So I am in D-Log M. I have locked out my white balance for the most cinematic experience. If you want to use this for that, then I would suggest getting some ND filters so you can get that nice motion blur. But this is an action camera. It's built for action. And I think if you wanted to get a camera that's specifically for cinematic shots, I have the Osmo Pocket 3. That's what I use it for. Although you can get some amazing images out of this, which will be great for your travel videos and your travel photos. With that, you're traveling. You're not looking for the best cinema photography like you get out of Hollywood. You want something you can show your family, show your friends, share on social media, that just looks that little bit better. Well, actually a lot better than what comes straight out of the camera in normal mode. But for this, there's a couple of things that are important. Get yourself a microphone. You can connect two Mic 2s or Mic 3s Osmo audio to the Action 5. So if you're traveling as a couple, that's amazing. You can connect two microphones. But you can also just set it and forget it. The same with basic settings. And I have it on D-Log M in 10-bit. I have the white balance locked out. But I have my shutter speed on auto because the camera does a great job of it. And I can still, in post, make everything look fantastic. And with a selfie stick, you can get shots like this. And don't forget, this has a 4nm chip. So with that, you get 13.5 stops of dynamic range. So you can pull out the darks, you can drop down the highlights, and really fine tune everything you need. For an action camera, that's pretty impressive.